Brian, welcome to Community Cooking with Cardinal's High School Cafe. Well, it wouldn't be a season of community cooking at all if we did not have with us Brian Finnamore, who is, as I've said many times on the show, the real heart of Cardinal Secondary School. The true heartbeat of the school is Brian Finnamore. So I'm so glad that you were able to make it back and spare some time for us today, which is fantastic. I just wanted to touch briefly, we had Aaron Bloom here last week talking about mental health and how important it is at Cardinal Léger. I just wanted you to speak for a few minutes before you get off and judge our big culinary cook-off about the retreat system in our school, the Catholic school system, and how that helps in terms of the mental health and the youth that we're seeing today.
Well, you know, first of all, thank you for having me back. It's nice to be here with the students. It's nice to be here with you. And as I walked into the studio, I was just overwhelmed by the smell. So, you know...
Too bad we don't have smell-o-vision, yes.
But fresh cooking and, you know, freshly prepared food, there's nothing more welcoming.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, some of the great experiences I've had in my life, smelling like fresh bread being made in an oven and fresh sauces being made, it's just so warming. So thank you. I feel very welcome.
Wow, what a nice thing. Yes,
but,
absolutely.
Yeah, you know, mental health is so important in our world. You know, we'd like to think that all of the technology and all of the resources that we have made our lives simpler. And in some respects it has, but boy, oh boy, has it ever made our lives complicated and hectic. Absolutely. And as a parent now, I have children who've just gone through high school. They're in university, finishing university. We really have no way to really understand what life is like for them. Mm-hmm. You know, when we were in high school, it was a different place. Yeah. It really was. And many of the viewers will remember, and we like to talk, you know, to our children and to our grandchildren, our nieces and nephews. We like to say, you know, when we were your age, we used to, but we were really never the age of the young people. Like, we're not 16, 17, in 2016. Yes. So it's really, really hard. And I'm very grateful that the separate school system, the Catholic schools, that they see the importance of a retreat day. Mm-hmm. That they see it's important for kids to be able to get out of the monotony and the stress of everyday life and just spend a day doing different things, relaxing things, community building things. Yes. I was thinking in the car on the way over about, you know, how important community is. And, you know, when we were growing up, Kerry, you probably remember your mom sending you next door to get flour or to get sugar or to get eggs. Yeah. And I wonder how many of our kids have had a similar experience of just going over and borrowing a cup of milk from one of the neighbors. You know, our neighbors, the people in Mississauga, Brampton, the Peel region, they would share.
Yes, they would.
But
they really
just,
would.
no one has the courage to ask. So a lot of the retreats is just simply the process of kids getting to know each other, getting to find out, because knowing a little bit about the people that you were with in school, that really breaks down walls. And we're living in a world where, you know, walls are one of the major talking points. Mm-hmm. So for kids to get to know each other, to get to know themselves, and to get to know God, that's important in the Catholic school system. Mm-hmm. So every retreat has a real spiritual component. Mm-hmm. And the way I structure the retreats at the school, we focus certainly on Christianity, the Catholic Church, but we have students that aren't Christian. So I try to make things so that they can worship God in their own way. So without imposing, you know, so they'll have time for just quiet reflection, so they can, whether it's a higher power or whether they're Muslim or Hindu, we have wonderful students from all faiths. So there's that component, and I won't necessarily talk about that, but today, and that is an important part. But with our retreats, like in grade 9, for example, we want the kids to get out, we want the kids to challenge themselves, we want the kids to know each other, work on a team, a healthy team.
Yes, yeah.
Because, you know, there's teamwork, and then there are teams, and some of the competitive sports that we put our sons and daughters in, we want them to experience team, but some of the things we put them in, it isn't healthy at all. It's extremely competitive,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
one side has to lose in order for one side to win. And I don't want to sound like a bleeding heart,
No.
but I think it's really important that the kids experience teamwork in other ways. So we have rock climbing, and where one student is holding with the harness, another ropes that support a student who's climbing the wall,
Wow.
and then other interactive activities. So that's a big thing in grade 9. We want the kids to get to know each other, and of course, challenging yourself, that's where you grow.
And you know what I love, what I'm hearing too, is about the idea that it's every grade 9,
Yes.
every grade 10. So when you talk about building community,
Yes.
what you're saying is that if you go to Cardinal Léger, you'll be able to talk to all your peers in grade 9 who have went to a similar day,
Yeah.
had a similar experience, and that in and of itself
Yes.
is building community within those grade 9s. Even if you weren't there on the day that they were there, you can still share that same experience.
Absolutely. You know, shared experience is the best way. We don't have enough of it in our schools that are big, where we all have this shared moment. But the center we go to for the grade 9 retreat, the students have an opportunity to go for a beautiful hike. And you know, in the Peel region, I don't know if people, maybe you're so busy you don't know, but there are some amazing places for people to go for walks and hikes. We go up in Bolton, and beautiful trails. The kids get out, the fresh air. Like, we're really blessed.
We are very
Just to break the monotony, break the routine of the day, and the kids get a chance to do and just be, rather than
in a
do. Yes,
environment
that's
where
right.
they are just
Yeah.
together.
And they're cheering each other on because, you know, if one person wins, we all win. To try to get that narrative, to implant that narrative. But at the center we go to, it's the YMCA camp. It's up in Bolton, and it is wonderful because the food that we share is all really sustainable food. They have a big garden up there.
Wow.
And so the kids, and there's a salad bar, and the kids get to eat all the salad, and it's all, like right now there's a lot of radishes and things like that, but they do have lettuce as well. But during this, the fall and the summer, there's tomatoes, there's carrots, all grown right on the property. And of course, they've got just an amazing program for recycling. They try to have zero waste.
Wow.
But the kids, you know, they have the wet compost.
Yep.
So the kids learn all of that stuff too.
And they're seeing it
Yeah,
firsthand,
and-
the sustainable practice, the farm, the
And-
garden, to the table, to what you do with your...
Yes, and you know, I really have so much hope in our kids, because the students are ahead of us.
Yeah, they
the
are.
students will do it. And the viewers who are watching at home, if they just knew, like, our kids are bringing and creating lunches that have zero litter.
Yeah, absolutely. They are concerned with the making sure that they are practicing sustainability.
Yeah, the
and they're
litterless-
trying the litterless lunch.
Yeah.
Yep.
They bring in the Tupperware,
Yep.
and they're bringing a little bit of food from supper the last night.
Yep.
And I'm really encouraged, right, that, and our kids are really, they're light years ahead of us.
Well, you know what? I'm going to leave it with kids being light years ahead of us. You are
Okay.
so right about that. I am so looking forward to see how you bring out those light years in our next two culinary guests.
Okay.
But before we take off, we're going to have our mirepoix moment. It's something we've started new this season, so I'm going
Okay.
to fire a series of questions at you, and I'm so looking forward to what your answers will be.
Okay,
We're gonna
I'm just putting myself in a good space here.
Okay.
Oh,
So we are.
Okay,
You ready?
I'm ready.
Starting with your favorite pantry item.
Canned soup.
Soup. I love it. Who doesn't
Processed,
love
but I
canned
should,
soup?
yes.
Favorite restaurant.
Favorite restaurant, Vibo in Toronto.
Wow.
Nice
beautiful.
Italian food, yes.
Okay. Favorite grocery store.
I love Loblaws.
Okay.
Yes.
I know. I love Loblaws. And favorite splurge item.
Vacationing. I love.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would say travel. That would
Okay.
be something I really like to do.
Perfect. And if you're gonna, and lastly, if you get only one food for the rest of your life, and you've just got to pick one food type, what would that be?
Strawberries. It's the spring, and they're fantastic.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. I'm so looking forward to the cooking demonstration.
Thanks,
Stay
Kerry.
with us. Mr. Finnamore will be right back.
Thanks, Kerry. If you're feeling stressed and having a bad day, sit back and watch these students from Cardinal Leger. They'll leave you feeling a slightly better way. Welcome back to Rogers Community Cooking. We're here with the Cardinal's Cafe, and I'm here with two wonderful students from Brampton, Ontario, Cardinal Leger School. I'm here with Delroy, and I'm here with Jerome. Delroy's next to me, and they're preparing a meal which I think might be very wonderful for you to cook at home. So Delroy, you're next to me here.
Yep.
What are you preparing for our friends on Rogers TV?
I'm making pizza balls with squash and a little bit of parsley. I'm gonna fry them up.
Very good. Now, just before we went on, Delroy, you were telling me why you decided to make pizza balls. And I think this is interesting for people at home.
I was gonna make a pizza and it didn't turn out well, so then we decided to, instead of throwing it out, to shape it up into balls and fry them.
Fantastic. You know, nothing ever goes wrong without a reason. So rather than throw that pizza out, Delroy, this is very creative. And I'm very interested. So you started by what? Putting a little oil in the pan?
Yep.
Okay, and you've heated the oil up. And how did you form the pizza ball?
I took a piece of the pizza and I rolled it in my hand, and I rolled it.
Like Play-Doh?
Yep, and then I shaped it, and then I fried them.
So Delroy, now, if you were on, like, say, a romantic date with your girlfriend, would you make pizza balls for her at home?
No. Nope.
No. Would you cook for her at home, or would you go out to eat?
Depends type of day.
Yeah. Delroy's a real smooth customer. Now, next to Delroy is Jerome, and Jerome's smiling to the camera. Oh, look at that. Your mom's she's gonna cry. Jerome's in grade 12, Delroy's in grade 11, and both of these guys are in the Specialist High Skills Major program at Cardinal Leger. These guys are well on their way to a career in professional cooking. They take courses, but while they're taking the courses, they get certification that enables them to get a red seal on their high school graduation diploma. So, Jerome, you're cooking up a storm here. Now, it looks like it's rice. Mm-hmm. And what did you put in the rice? There's some nice veggie in there.
I put some red pepper, yellow pepper, and I put some onions, and the rice is brown.
So you boiled the rice, you cooked the rice, and now you're just frying it up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now where's the protein now? What did you got? Yes.
I made some jerk chicken for the protein, and after when I'm done cooking the rice, I'm gonna put this on the pan after put on the plate.
Now, jerk chicken. Why jerk chicken and not another kind of chicken? Why does it have to be jerk for you, Jerome?
Well, like my background is Jamaican, so jerk chicken is my go-to meal, so why did
So, a proud Jamaican. Now, jerk chicken, I can only guess what your favorite music is.
Reggae.
Reggae music. Your favorite performer, let me guess. Ziggy Marley? No. Who?
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. Favorite song of Bob Marley?
It would have to be Buffalo Soldier.
Buffalo Soldier. Could we sing a little bit of Buffalo Soldier?
I'm not really a good singer.
Buffalo Soldier, heart of America. Beautiful, Bob Marley. And so you're cooking up, you're frying up the rice with those veggies, red pepper, the yellow pepper, and the onions. How are the pizza balls going, Delroy?
Good.
Yes? What kind of music do you like, Delroy?
Everything except rock and country.
You don't like the country music?
Nope.
Okay, so you would like R&B, you would like hip hop.
Yep.
Who's your favorite performer?
I don't really have one. I don't like I like everyone pretty much.
You like them all?
Yeah.
Very good. So Jay-Z, would you like Jay-Z?
Yeah.
How about Canada's own Drake?
Yeah, he's good.
He likes Drake too. Everybody likes Drake in Canada. I can't believe how popular he is. All they got to do in the school, if I want the students to like me, is say I like Drake. And Jay-Z, he's a little bit, well, he's a bit older than for you guys, eh? But Beyonce is just amazing. Great talent. Okay, so the pizza balls look like they're coming along good. When are you going to put the chicken in, Jerome?
I'm gonna put the chicken in live after when I'm done plating the rice.
Okay, so back at the school, in the time of taping, these grade 12 students are just getting their grad pictures done. Did you get your grad picture done?
No, not yet.
Are you going to get it done?
I am.
And you know, you get the pictures, and they're all digital now. So the kids get to see their picture just shortly after they take them. And who are you going to give the grad pictures to?
I'm gonna probably give it to my mom and my grandma and family members.
And they'll cry. Your mom will cry when she sees that. Look at that. Look at these beautiful faces, eh? So she'll cry. You're going to give one to your girlfriend too? Huh?
Yeah,
Oh, you got to do that so she can put it in her wallet. So, okay, so the rice looks like it's done. The initial chicken or pizza balls that you put on, they look like they're coming along really good. I can't wait to taste these things. And I would assume you're going to put the chicken on in a second. So, from start to finish, now you made the pizza before. I would say like we're talking like 7 or 8 minutes of actual cooking time. We're not talking a very long time here. And what are you doing here now? What are you doing over there, Jerome, with the rice?
I got this shape to like put the rice in, so like when I play it looks nice.
I see. So it's like a mold,
Yeah.
right? And then I assume that it'll look like a nice little mountain on the plate. Because so much of cooking is presentation, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to be able to prepare a nice hearty meal. It's another thing to be able to present it. So now, Delroy, are you thinking of pursuing a career in cooking?
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe.
Most likely.
Now, what attracted you to the Specialist High Skills Major program at Cardinal.
I like cooking and I like eating food.
So, two very good reasons.
Yep.
And how about you, Jerome?
Well, cooking's been a passion of mine since I was younger, growing up in the kitchen alongside with my grandma and my mother. Yeah, we just grew up,
So, just out of curiosity, I would assume that you're looking for a university or college for next year?
Yeah.
And are you going to make that leap into culinary at school?
Yes, I am.
So tell everybody at home where you've applied and what you're considering.
Well, I haven't applied yet, but like I was figuring I was probably gonna apply to either Seneca or George Brown.
Very good. To study culinary or hospitality or
Both.
to study both. Very good. So great careers. And of course you can, one thing's for sure, you'll never be unhappy that you've studied at a very high level, kitchen, cooking, culinary at the school. And so what will you think of doing when you're in grade 12? Where will you apply, Delroy? Have you thought about that?
No, I really haven't thought about it yet.
So you're just keeping all of your options open? Yes. And would either of you, are you working in a restaurant part-time or would you consider doing that?
Yeah, I would.
Yes. So and we have the Cardinal's Kitchen at Cardinal, where every Friday the students who are in the Specialist High Skills Major, they prepare a menu. Staff and students can book a reservation. They can come into the dining room, known as the Cardinal's Cafe. They can have a beautiful meal prepared in a very professional way and served. The students also learn the art of serving, of being a waiter or a waitress. Have you had to be waiters in the Cardinal's Cafe?
Nope.
No, not yet.
You haven't done that yet.
I've just been in the back.
Just in the back cooking. And we have actually two fully equipped kitchens at the school. So the students learn with industry-grade equipment. They learn with all of the latest kitchen aids. And so it's just like a kitchen that you would find in a large hotel or in a real big restaurant. And how about for good times? What do you guys do in Brampton when you're out for a good time? Saturday night, Delroy, what do you do?
Go to the Y and play basketball.
Good. At the YMCA, very good. What about you, Jerome? What are you up to?
I'm either at home or I'm going to go look for my dad.
Oh, very good. Do either of you cook at home for your parents?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Barely.
Barely?
Yeah.
Well, we know what, Delroy, what you can do for Christmas. You can make a beautiful Christmas meal for your mom. And you cook for your grandma at home, Jerome, and for your mom?
I cook for my mom and for sometimes for my grandma.
Oh, very good. So, all of these stereotypes are shattered. Young men, young boys are studying culinary and they're learning how to cook. They know their way around the kitchen the way they know their way around the basketball court. These guys are 21st century Bramptonian men. So we're very proud of you both. So I can really, the pizza balls smell exquisite, and I can smell the jerk now. I can smell the jerk. And do you have your own jerk cooker at home? Do you use the barbecue and do it that way, or do you just use the sauce?
I just use the pan at home after I'll make my own seasoning.
Yeah. That's one of the great smells of Jamaica. If you're in Jamaica, if you're in Kingston, or you can smell the barbecues cooking. And I love the festival and the dumplings. They're so good too. Rice and peas. Okay, so, and the presentation is very good too, Delroy. That looks good.
Thanks.
So this would be what, like a starter and a meal, or?
Yeah.
It would be, yeah. So like maybe like the sliders that you see, that would be beautiful, like as a little hors d'oeuvre or a starter. Do you like Italian food?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Mainly like pasta.
Yeah. What would be your favorite? What would be your favorite food?
Probably pizza.
Pizza. And it's nice because you made the homemade pizza. And once again, if you just tuned in, Delroy is making pizza balls as a step 2, a plan B. So here we are. We're going to try these now, I think. We're almost ready for the great taste-off. So I'm looking for the presentation. I would give this 9 out of 10. Beautiful presentation for Delroy. And I'm just waiting to see what Jerome does here. Wonderful, wonderful, magnificent. I wish the people at home, you've got the little knife and fork here to get a look at this nice presentation. And you're gonna put this up on in front. I'm gonna taste this now because we're almost ready for the taste off. And in just a second, so I'm cleansing my palate. I'm thinking very beautiful thoughts. I'm walking through a pasture with the breeze blowing, and I've stumbled across a pizza bowl. My heavens, that's incredible. Oh, delicious. Time for the jerk chicken. Me going back on the yard. It's a little patois there. Oh my heavens. Oh my heavens. Glory be to God. 2 incredible dishes. Rather than judge, I will pick a preferred meal. I thought you guys could maybe duel with the knives to determine a winner here today. We won't do that. I'm going to say a slight edge for the jerk chicken because it's brought me back to Jamaica. But I'm going to have another pizza ball just to show you how unbelievable they are. So 9.2 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I'd like to say to everyone watching, thank you for watching Community Cooking here with these 2 wonderful young men, Jerome and Delroy from Cardinal High School. Please say something. Say a shout out to your mom or to whoever, your grandma, Who would you like to say hello to, Delray?
Doesn't matter.
How about you?
Hello, PC.
Yeah. Anyway, on behalf of Cardinal Leger School, we would like to remind you to please continue to eat locally prepared local foods. Support our local agriculture. Support our local people in the little small store markets. And until next time, we say goodbye here from Rogers Community Cooking. Thank you.